Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And Adonai, who ye see, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, says Yahuwah, Sabaoth, Yahuwah, Sabaoth, Yahuwah of hosts, Yahuwah, Sabaoth, who can approach. His glory has filled the temple, making wise the simple, the Ancient of Days. Let's walk in his ways, the ancient path, walk with a staff. Saba, Saba, a man of war, after Yahuwah's own heart. Who will abide the day of his coming? Who shall stand when he appears? The day comes that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that comes shall burn them up, says Yahuwah Sabaoth, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, but unto you that fear my name shall the brilliance of righteousness arise with healing wings, and you shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and you shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, says Yahuwah Sabaoth. This is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before your face, which shall prepare your way before you. For I say unto you, among these that are born of women, there is not a greater prophet than Yehukanan the immerser. But he that is least in the kingdom of Yahuwah is greater than he. Yehukanan the immerser was not the light, but light, Hamashiach. We have become that light. No man, when he has lighted a candle, covers it with a vessel or puts it on a bed, but sets it on a menorah, that they which enter in may see the light. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
We give you glory for your name's sake. You are the creator, the same yesterday and forever. You are mighty and you're great and you're sovereign. We are your people and you are Elohim. Through your function, we are redeemed with your strong arm. Fight for us, fight for us, fight for us, yeah, fight for us, fight for us, fight for us, fight for us. We're your people. You are Elohim, so we worship, we bow down and pray to you. Oh, it's a battle, spiritual battle, it's a battle. Fight for us, fight for for us. Fight for us. Fight for us. Fight for us. Please don't leave. Please don't leave me. Please don't go. Hey. Cause I done fell off again. My bad decisions got me in a place of distraught again. Look in the mirror, I don't look the same. I guess I'm weird in my thoughts again. Try to dress it up, make it look pretty. Silently crying so no one can hear me. And I can't come to the phone. Just please leave me alone. Really, I'm scared. Don't wanna tell you I'm living in sin. The Most High forgave me of my sin. Don't wanna tell you I did it again. Nah, I just need to repent. I know, get up, try it again. Righteous. Abba, please help me fight this. Whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything from me, but I need you.
Yeah. Father in heaven, I'm having a crisis. You know how heavy this life gets. Fight the flesh with a tight fist, but I'm getting tired and I might slip. Might fall, but I don't trip, cause you're in control of my soul. So if any day I'm feeling hot or cold, I know you controlling them both. This here righteous man falls 7 times when I'm on fall number 88. I would've died in the hands of man, but it's all praise. I've been giving grace. Father, free me from my willing ways. I wanna see the 12 pearly gates. I fought the fight and I kept the faith. Christ did the charge, verse 48.
Father, I sinned
Again.
over and over again. Mercy, have mercy on me. I'm begging you to wash me clean. Living without you ain't worth it. When I don't feel your presence, I get nervous. Here's my heart purging, and I know that I deserve it. But whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything from me, but I need you. Whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do, don't take your love. You can take anything.
Take anything,
from me, but I need you.
Yeah. Hallelujah. I get it. I'm weak in the flesh and I had to admit it. Had a cheat sheet for the test and I still fell short while bearing your image. Back to the trenches from chemist. You feel a lot different about sin when you in it. I can have plenty of riches like Saul, but what's life if I'm dead in the spirit? Repeating my sin like a parrot. Forgive me for being a burden. Repent to the great physician. Don't cut me off like a surgeon. Save me from the Medes and Persians. Keep my gaze from the reach of the virgin. Everyone don't have the privilege of serving. I just want to hear well done with the verdict. Good and faithful servant.
Father, I sinned.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Over and
mercy, have mercy on me.
Have mercy.
I'm begging you to wash me clean.
Make me new, yeah.
Living without you ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it at
when
all.
I don't feel your presence, I get nervous.
Man, I feel wild.
Here's my heart purging, and I know that I deserve it. But whatever you do, don't take your spirit.
Don't take your
whatever you do, don't take your love. No. You can take anything from me, but I need you. Whatever you do, don't take your spirit. Whatever you do.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing today? Man, hey, look, I'm excited. I'm very excited about this show tonight. I'm very excited about this presentation. Man, I pray that all of you are doing well out there. I pray that your health is good, your family's doing well. I pray that you are enduring in this walk. I mean, this is what it's about. So another episode of the Off Limit podcast, pretty much where nothing is off limits. So Jay, how's everything going, man?
Man, everything is lovely, man. Especially after the incredible events of this past weekend. If you were able to make it, hallelujah. It was great to fellowship among you and be in your presence. If you didn't get to make it, man, missed something wonderful. But hey, I pray that the Most High was with you anyway, and wherever your dwelling was.
Man,
It's been a really good time, really good day for me. Just the fact that we're able here to be breathed and we get to speak on the events and everything that's been happening in our lives. It's always an honor and a blessing to be among the living. Hallelujah.
no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Man, it's like you had a high, you know what I'm saying? Such a high. And, it was just yesterday, just going around and doing the work and making sure everybody who came and flew in, I mean, that they're well taken care of, showing mad love, hugging everybody, making sure they're welcome because they're a guest, and you want to make sure that they feel welcome. And so, prayerfully, we were able to accomplish that
Okay.
in terms of people that came and really fellowship, and it really lasted a lot. Left a lasting impression on what it is when the Most High do something, man. He just show out. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes,
Being
sir.
able to use us and other individuals to be able to just make that event possible. So tonight, we have a recap, but we also have some information and let you know some of the things that's going on because I'm telling you right now, after that event, you talking about attacks.
Man.
You
Man.
talking about, what I'm saying, like the things that people are coming against, and this movement, this awakening, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? It's all there. Our sister Yapah is in the air somewhere flying, right? So
Yes,
she
sir.
can't make it today. When she lands, she might get on. I don't know, but
Right.
she's in the air somewhere.
Hey,
So
we're praying. We're praying for traveling mercies.
no doubt about that. No doubt about that. But man, our guest tonight, man, we got Ron Dalton, we got Zamar Yasharel, we got Benaiah Israel, and we have another guest. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it because of the timing that we're starting. But hopefully, man, if he's able to make it, um, I think you guys will be able to hear an unfiltered or unbiased viewpoint of really what happened. You see what I'm saying? And
Okay.
how this weekend really went. And it was really an unexpected testimony and what the young man was able to tell me. And so hopefully, man, he can make it on. If not, then we'll always catch him at a different time. But man, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and bring at least the two guests that we have so far, and then of course we'll wait for
Oh,
Benai to come in. Let's bring in Ron. Let's bring in Zamar. Zamar Yasharel, man, what it do, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna speak for you. I ain't gonna introduce you because you Zamar Yasharel. You know what I'm saying? Man, bid the people shalom and really tell me your thoughts.
Shalom, 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 Mr. Kai. Uh, man, I'm still on that high. I can't even hold you. Can't even hold you, man. It's almost like you get a glimpse of the kingdom, how it's supposed to be, man, and just not be able to stay.
Right.
It just felt like that, man. It felt it's just the peace, the shalom, and the love, the ahav, man, just in every corner. From the bathroom, the front door to the back door, it was just nothing but the Ruach HaKodesh and the love of the Most High permeating in the place, man. And I'm just still high off that experience, man. So, hey,
Man, all praise. Hey Ron, what's up, man? What's going on?
Uh, Nothing. Just here with the baby. Um, she's asleep right now, so I'm just here to talk about the latest and the greatest. What went down at the conference during, before, after. It was a great conference. People. Really enjoyed it, and you could tell that they want more, and these kind of things are needed in the Israelite community because it allows us to network, allows us to get together, to fellowship, to make new friends. I mean, some people might have met their future wives or husbands. Who knows? I mean, these are times where we can meet with people that are like minded, and then they have the same um, goals or visions, things that they're trying to do. So it was good. It was all overall. It was good. I'm happy.
Man, all praises, man. One of the things that struck me as far as the conference itself, man, was now I done been to many events. I've melanated events. You know what I mean by that. I'm talking about I done been to a whole lot. But before we even get into that, let's go ahead and bring our other guest, Benaiah Israel. Let's go ahead and bring him in, and maybe Ak, hey, Benaiah, shalom, and let the people. So far, all we did was did an introduction. Um, let me know how you feel and what's going on right now, as far as like your quick 1 minute synopsis of bidding the people shalom and the weekend.
Hey, shalom, fam. Mr. Paka, man. This weekend was awesome. This weekend was awesome for me. I got a chance to fellowship, to meet brews I hadn't met in forever. We saw fist bump and man hugs all around. So, it was good. It was good. It was two. So, and it was a huge turnout, and that's one of the things I want a family to know. Man, that was a huge turnout. Israel showed up and showed out.
Man, all praises, man. And man, I only got this brother here for a very short period of time because I know he's busy with his wife, and I'm going to bring him on. And this is a surprise. Was one of the security. This is the security company that we hired to protect us, to basically watch over and to be the watchman and for us. His name is Terrence, the TNT Security. I met this brother through one of my homeboys that introduced me to him, so co-signed him. Go ahead and bring him on, Terrence. Man, hey, what's going on, bro? I know you're not really in the awakening like that, the whole lingo, shalom, but shalom means peace. I want the people to understand, man. By the way, about 30 to 40% of the people were not awakened Hebrews. About 60% of the people flew from out of Florida. So let's get it, man. Hey, Terrence, tell the people, you was working the event and you spoke to me. Introduce yourself, talk about your company, and give your unbiased opinion about what you thought.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? I'm Terrence Carter. I am the CEO of TNT Private Security. So I deal with upper echelon security, man, for some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. So I was hired to do this event, and I came out, and to not be in the walk with you fellas, man, like this was absolutely amazing. I've never been a part of anything like this, but just seeing the community and the camaraderie and the love that y'all showed to everybody, man, was everything to me. Like I had to go stop my security because he was dancing through some of the performances, but I understood it. Like y'all did a fantastic job, and I told Lorvins, man, this won't be the first or the last time that y'all have an event like this, and y'all are gonna pack the house. This is something that's extremely big, man, and like I had a fantastic time, and I've been telling people about this, man, since yesterday, and people like, what, you serious? I'm like, man, listen, this is something that y'all have to come check out for yourself. These brothers don't force anything up on you. They just give you book, chapter, and verse, and they allow you to go research it yourself and say, hey, you know what, this is the walk that I want to join and be a part of, man. So it was absolutely amazing for me, man, and I enjoyed it. I told Lord, if there's anything I can do to support this movement, please let me know, man. I'm definitely willing to help out in any way I can.
Man, all praises to the Most High. And it's crazy because when you was telling me about how you felt, and I was talking to my homeboy, my homeboy, he's from the streets or whatever, this and that, but he done changed his life up a little bit. And so me and him was talking because he couldn't make it. And we got you on the phone like 3-way, right? And you was trying to tell him, bro, like I can't really tell you, what I'm saying? Like I don't even want to speak to you, but what was one of the main things you told him?
One of the main things that I told him, man, was it was the performances, man. That when Lorvins got on and he performed, like just the level of intensity, like he set the bar extremely high, and the performances after him was even a whole lot better, man. It just the camaraderie of y'all, like how y'all come together, man. Like it's like y'all are not forcing this on nobody, man, but just the insight, the knowledge, and just the people who y'all have supporting y'all, man, means everything, man. This was absolutely an amazing event, man, and like I can do this all over again, man. You know, and I'm just doing security, man. You know what I mean? So I can imagine how the patrons felt just being in the room. And one of the things that really hit me, man, was I spoke to a brother, man. He had a song called Waymaker. Man, listen, I'm
Hey,
talking about that
T,
song
he's
there
on
took
that
me.
night. It's Amari, that's
I
right.
see him. Listen, I told that brother, I say, listen, brother, this song is gonna take you places, man. You have set the tone for this event, man. Like that song, man. I seen everybody out there see. They was rocking to the song, man. Like they would know it word for word, man. And I just kind of caught myself, man. I was in the midst of the song as well, man. So, like, I'm just glad to be a part of this, man. Like I don't really have the words to really express. You have to be there in order to understand.
Man, bro, you said a mouthful on that. And finally, man, I ain't gonna hold you for too long. And I know you had some. Did you have some dealing with the NFL and all that?
I did. So I'm from Quincy, Florida. I played for the Florida State Seminoles, man, '02 to '05. I got drafted the third round to the Houston Texans. So I played up under Gary Kubiak, man, from 2006 to 2012, man, before I got hurt. After I got hurt, I wound up retiring, and I just jumped into the security field. You know, I feel like it's our duty to just protect our community, man, and our people. And it's just something I've been a part of. I've just been a protector my whole life, man. And it just made sense to just jump in this field, and I never regretted it, man. And it's been one of the best things I've ever done in my life.
Man, praise God for that, bro. And man, once again, I appreciate you for coming through and really helping us. And lastly, man, what lasting impact do you think that event had on you, that you feel like you're gonna be able to carry forward in your life?
I feel like the most thing that I caught from this event the most is it was so much knowledge given about our people, our culture, and what we have to do in order to reclaim what's ours.
Man,
And like I said, there's nothing that's being forced on you. The door is wide open. But just sitting there, just having the knowledge that I didn't have before, like just being at that event doing security was like, man, you know what? Like, I got to get on board with these brothers here, man, because like it's been too long that we have been just standing alongside and not doing nothing about what's ours. We got to reclaim what's ours, man. Y'all have a community. Y'all have brothers and sisters who are united, and y'all are together, man. And like I would love to be a part of that, man, and just get a better understanding going forward of like what we need to do in order to claim what's ours.
man, look, you already know you a brother, bro, and that's what it is. And I believe we forge a relationship where I believe the ruach, which we call is, which is basically the spirit of the Most High, was already in you to where it actually provoked you to really want to speak on that. And I appreciate you for coming through and much love. You already know, man. I said you the official protector for Israel as we speak today. So, man, look what much love, man. Much love to you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, fellas, man. Anything I can do to support, if I can, support music, man, like any marketing y'all need me to do, man, whatever I can do to support y'all movement, man, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, man. I appreciate
Hey,
y'all for having me.
man, T, I already see the platform you be on. You know I'm gonna be knocking at your door.
Hey, I'm here to open it, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much.
All right, much
Hey,
love, man. Peace to
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah, but I just, yeah, he wanted to come on and because it was such a lasting impact. And then he did explain to me how Zamaria just took him in, man, and being able to have that conversation. So Zamaria, tell me about that, man. Like, cause he really held you to high esteem in the conversation y'all had.
Yeah, man. We walked up to me, shook my hand, man, and then just told me how that song had an impact on him in a major way, to the point he was trying to learn the words like on the spot, man. And he just kept telling me how that song is going to open some doors and take me some places, man. And it was just It's just a loving conversation, man. I can't explain it, bro. He's a big guy, but he came
Yeah,
with
real big.
and he came to little old me, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's a humble approach and showing me how the music, how the worship, and how the performances have really touched him, man. And so it was just a amazing experience, man. Just to talk to this brother who's not in the awakening and just on the outside looking in, to have that picture and that impression first time, man. It's all esteemed to the Most High, y'all, man. That's
man.
all I could tell him, bro. It's not. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with nobody with the mic in their hand. It's the Most High. It's the Most High, man. So gave me an opportunity to direct the glory and esteem to the Most High every chance I get. So praise God.
Man, for real, for real. And Ron, what are some of the experience that you took from this event, and what is it that you feel like that needs to happen going forward, especially when it comes to an event of this sort?
Um, I think that I think that people, we're so used to now looking at our phones and looking at TV, and post COVID, people haven't really been. I mean, people do get out, but we haven't got out to do any Israelite conferences like this, and this conference was a little bit different because we actually were trying to talk. Well, we had a panel and we were talking about solutions and planning, and coming up with a game plan, and we had talked about it on day one and day two, and people listened to some of the organizations that are in America, Africa, that are doing some big things, and and so they had choices to choose from. Um, and then you have people that was there that wasn't in the walk, that the eyes were open. They started to see a lot of things going on in America, going on in Africa, so it they changed their perspective. And then some people that are newly in the Hebraic walk, they got an eye opener, and they got an earful of a lot of things, from the performances to the teachings, to the movie, to the fellowship, the food. I mean, everything we had from the inside to the outside. I mean, I just think that it was a lovely thing that we need to keep going. I mean, at least if we have these annually every year, it'll give people something to look forward to, so that they know like every year we're gonna have something like this, and that people can come down and they can do exactly what they did yesterday and the day before yesterday, and including for the Israelites that are self-employed, and they're businessmen and women that have their own products and services, and they were there to be able to share with others what they're doing. And I mean, I got some stuff from people, and I was showing my wife when I got home, and she was like, "Wow, this is some nice quality stuff that me and her can both use." So it's just good to see that we have we had like a little, almost like a little community that I was seeing in there. It's just that it was on a small level, but when we have more of our people that we are finding out that has all these skills and talents, because in the community you have your educator, you have people that are your musicians, people that can sing, people that can officiate the ceremonies, and dancing and playing instruments, and then you have those that are the priests, those are the elders, those that officiate religious ceremonies and things of that nature. You have those that are administrators, those that handle business, those that tell the people, like, we need to initiate these plans, economics, group economics, and things of that nature. So with security, so we see a lot of things going on at the conference that we need to just kind of maximize, because that's what a community is really about.
I mean, you said something kind of key, maximizing the experiences and the different talents that we have. Because, like I didn't even thought about that. The idea of security. We had doctors that was in the building. We had dentists that was in the building. We had people all walks of life, entrepreneurs, and those that really are trying to be self-sufficient entrepreneurs that were there. And when you look back at the conference, you literally had like an example already from a small level of what a nation would be and how unified they were. So I can imagine implementing something like that, whether it be here or in Africa, then we'll be able to sustain ourselves, because you do need doctors, you do need a dentist, you do need teachers, you do need the priests and the pastors and the things of that nature, the singers, to create a community or a nation, from the most part. And I think that's one of the things, Ron, you can speak on, where people feel uncomfortable being in Africa because, obviously there's medical issues that can happen, and maybe they won't have access to medical or quick enough like they would here. So speak to that as to why we do need these different elements of professionalism to be able to form a community.
I was just trying to get my daughter to not cry. Yeah, we need. I mean, we like you said, we need all these things. There were people there that made soaps and oils and butter, beard rub, and lotions, and people that had jewelry, necklaces, clothing. I mean, I mean, like you said, we had professionals, we had security, we had performers, artists, we had intellectuals, we had all these things there. I'm sure we probably had people in the building that were farmers that have a green thumb. We had people that were veterinarians, that can deal with animals. So I'm sure people that were there. I mean, I know some guys that were there that dealt with carpentry and plumbing and electrical. So we had a lot. We had a lot of people there of different trades and different backgrounds. And you know, I think that if we do more like this and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows, and we do have a group of people that are trying to relocate or visit Africa, then we already have kind of like the essentials what we need. That if we were to move to a certain particular country in a particular area, like a city or whatever, then if we were all together, at least some of us, we would already have different people that are skilled in different aspects of what we would need in a community, different trades and different things of that nature. And that's kind of what we'll see in other races that come to America, or if those that immigrate to Israel or Europe, that when they come over as immigrants, usually they're coming over. Each person's coming over with skills and trades and talents, and the more people that come over with these different skills, trades, and talents, is how you start to build this community. So that then you start building, the infrastructure for your own little city,
Right.
your own little city, and your own shops and different things of that nature. Kind of like Black Wall Street was built. And so yeah, this is like some of the beginnings of things that we need once we do decide as a group or a larger group that we want to take a group trip to a country or countries and see about settling there and bringing the community aspect from America, and our cohesiveness from having all these conferences and linking up with each other and forming relationships. We can bring that with us to the continent. It's not like we're gonna be coming there as as like strangers and individuals that are all connecting on a tour, but we don't know who's on the tour with us until we get to the tour of that country and we meet each other for the first time. This is kind of different because we're already meeting people and learning about each other, so that when we do decide to go places, we're gonna be like, oh, I met this guy like at the last two conferences the last 2 years ago, and I already know about this guy, that guy, this woman, that woman, her children. And so yeah, these are good things to have, especially for a time like this when people are considering taking trips and tours to Africa. And now, when you come to these conferences, you might meet people, and then when you go to the country, you might find out that you met them actually already at the conference, and they're in the same country as you, or you're in the country and then they're coming a little later uh, to the country you are, and you already have a relationship because you already met each other at the conference.
Right. Now, Benaya, this is to you, and I'm sure you left the conference with a high yourself, and you represented the African Israelite Justice Foundation as being the president, and as I do as well,
Yeah.
being the vice president. What? How did African Israelite Justice Foundation being there, whether it was a blessing to us or people being a blessing to us. So tell me the overall effect that African Israelite Justice Foundation had and vending and giving information there, and also how was the experience being there? And you spoke as well, overall, and maybe even if you had any specifics you want to share.
Man, it was a network extravaganza. Let me tell you,
Right.
because you were talking about, meeting different people, whatnot, and we were talking about like the different people or, different careers and professions that were among the Mishpachah. Well, lawyers were also there as well.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yep. Not only lawyers, but paralegals, and I met this Zakane, this elder who had been in it for a long time. Like he had been in the legal practice for a long time, and he came up and we talked a little bit, and he was telling me, he was like, Ak, he was like, anything you need, from that legal perspective, let me know. He's like, I got this, I got that, we ready. Because the thing about the African Israelite Justice Foundation, one of the things that I learned from this conference was that people are ready for this organization. Like people realize that there's a need for this organization, given all the injustices that our people have experienced, throughout the years, and not having a voice, not having a defense, a level of defense, in the legal realm. So yeah, for us, man, it was a perfect storm as far as like being able to network, meeting people. Man, we had constant traffic coming by our I want to say our table, and so coming from that, we do have additional resources that we can use. We have some strategy sessions on the horizon that I'm looking forward to. And of course, like during the conference, we did use it as an opportunity to highlight some of the victories that the Most High gave us this past year, because this past year was our inaugural year, came into existence, and even though we're baby brand new, we did have some victories that we were able to share with the Mishpachah, and also showed kind of our forward plan, our strategy for 2024. And Most High willing, man, I'm believing we're going to do some amazing things, that the Most High is going to allow us to take out those 5 smooth stones, and we're going to knock out some giants in 2024, Aki.
Man, I believe it. I believe it. And J. Lutch, anything you want to add or anything like that?
Not not really. Everyone is saying everything, from Ron to Benaya to the security to Zamar. Everyone is saying everything, man. What I love about the conferences is the conference and the event, the bridges that are being built. The bridges that are being built between a bunch of brothers and sisters that's trying to come together and trying to figure out how can we become a nation. How can we become one? How can we move forward with the power of the Most High upon us? That's my biggest takeaway, is that with all of the division that happens so often, is that you still have a good core of brethren that's trying to come together, and we're doing the best that we can to make sure that we uplift and support those who can go before us and sort of scorch the path before us, trailblaze, so that the rest of the nation can follow. Hallelujah.
Man, and one of the things that I pride myself on is when you network with people and you learn about them and where their strength or weakness are, then it's like you try to use them according to their strength. You see what I'm saying? Because where I'm weak, someone may be strong. Where I'm strong, someone may be weak. So it brings me to you, Zamar. You have the ability to bring in worship in such a way where it has a impact, because that's your strength. You see what I'm saying? And it's one of the reasons I got you to come. We got you to come because we knew that once you open your mouth and really set the atmosphere in such a way where you can, bring in that feeling of where it makes it acceptable or easier to listen to the word that Ron was bringing and Benai was bringing. So, what was that experience for you like? And how do you feel like maybe did it differ from any other experience you had, or what impact that had on you and and and, and its in general?
Had a strong impact on me from the standpoint that uh, I don't know if anybody else noticed it. Like when I pulled up for both days, there were people standing in line at the front door.
Oh yeah,
Like they
yeah,
was
you're right.
waiting. So they had an expectation. So when people come with an expectation, the worship is easy. It's like they're expecting for that to happen. They're expecting that experience with the Most High. So when a representative, a priest, or a worship leader stands before the people, they're just giving them what they were already expecting, and
Right.
so it was easy. It should never be. It should never be hard. Only time it's hard, man, when people are not expecting it, they don't want something from the Most High. But the people came with that expectation to the point they were early, and that's
2 hours early. We were supposed to start at
right,
12. People stand in line at 10 o'clock. You see what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
we getting ready at 10 o'clock. But yeah, continue with that because I second that.
Yeah, yeah. So when you got people there that's hours early, that's not like a norm for us. So something is shifting, something is happening in the atmosphere to where, uh, all right, we got a line. Come on, we got a line waiting early. So when that happened, bro, that did something to me. Like, okay, this is all the Most High. This is all the Most High. Now all I have to do is just open my mouth. I don't have to pump. I don't have to prime nobody. Worship was already there. People brought the worship with them. So
Right.
we just put our worship together, and there you go. The atmosphere is set. And so once that's done, the word that's being brought forth it comes through with free course. It's free course. It's
You gotta
easy.
try hard.
No, not trying
Yeah,
hard.
you ain't got to stage nothing. You just go out and do what you do.
Right, absolutely, absolutely, and then we always have to be mindful that, and I always be mindful that this has nothing to do with me. It's not the Zamar Yasharel show. This is the people of the Most High, and this is all esteem and glory due unto Him. So it just fit, man. Everything fit like a glove in that place, man. And I just hats off to you, Lorvins, because you operated with the spirit of excellence. You was like, man, listen. I don't care what goes down. Y'all not gonna be able to say Lorvins didn't do it right. He didn't make it right. Like if I gotta go get extra food, I'm gonna go do that. If I gotta do such and such, we gotta get more chairs out here. We're gonna take care of it. You won't have no blood on my hands. So I love that, man. So and you felt that. So there was no complaining. That's one thing we're professional at as Yasharel is complaining. You shut the mouth of complaint, man, and can't say what can you say? Everything
Man,
was taken care of.
and that was one of the highlights. No complaints, huh? And if they did, they just didn't tell me. But guess what they did though? Some of the people who thought certain things could be done better, they came to me. But that means that as a person who operates in righteousness or at least strive to excellence, you make it easy for people what? To approach you. Because some people are not approachable. So guess what? People start talking about them. You know what I'm saying? But if you're approachable and you're more open to rebuke and to correction, then guess what? People feel like, man, I had at least about 5 people came up to me and said, man, you think you could do this a little better? And it was the same thing. And guess what? They was right. But when Saturday came, Shabbat, everything was fluid. You know what I'm saying? Everything was like fluent, man. And everybody was like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But we have to learn to adjust. We have to know that when someone is trying to help you in love, man, it is so beautiful, man. And I really enjoyed that. Um, but but let's speak to this. I mean, because after the conference was over, oh my goodness. I'm talking about it seemed like there was a shift. And I can speak to this part where a couple calls came in prior to the event even started, where they was trying to derail it. And praise God that the woman who allowed us to use the facility was a soldier. She was like, "Man, I done spoke to the people, and the spirit of speaking to Lorvins and Ron, they pleasant. People calling in trying to figure out what's going on." She's like, "If y'all got any issues, call them. You ain't gonna be able to shut this down because the people I met, it ain't who y'all describing. It is not who y'all describing. So they paid their money. They professional, nice spirit. They ain't rude. They've been on point. So now if you got an issue with them, you're gonna have to take it with them because we doing business with them. And so I really appreciate that with Valerie, man. She was a lady out there at the Venetian Center. She stood for us. So although of another nation, the Most High put her there. You know what I'm saying? To be able to stand in the gap for us to allow us to have that success. But after that event happened, oh man. So I let Ron speak to that. Well, let's have Benaiah speak to that first. And then, Ron can speak to that. Because Ron is like the common denominator of the fall of the new Jericho. I mean, I'm talking about just the mere fact of saying Hebrews to Negroes. Well, I shouldn't have said that, but just saying that name alone, okay? It scatters demons. It makes them reactive. If they were dormant for some odd reason, they wake up real quick. So, Benaiah, please explain to the people what happened right after that, and I can go into that.
Yeah, well, just to land back on what you was talking about earlier, Aki. So just to make it plain to Miss Picard that's listening in, that they tried to shut the conference down before it even started. So they were calling the facility to tell the facility folks, hey, you guys need to shut this down. And to your point, Aki, praise the Most High. The lady, she stood in the gap and didn't let that happen. But just to show you, family, that whenever somebody to Lorvin's point, like whenever somebody sees, into H2N, there seems to be a group that's out there that's assigned to cause mischief, right? And sure enough, beforehand they did that, and even afterwards. And if those of you that are also part of my channel, that when I came back, I got back in town. I think what was it, Sunday? Yeah, I got back in town on Sunday. But yeah, just got a notification said, hey, your channel has been flagged for hate speech. It's like, hate speech? What are you talking about? This is hidden Hebrews. We go in on history. What are you talking about? So get this, family. So whenever you get this notification, you can kind of click on it. It's like a little notification. You click on it, and it gives you a reason why. It says, hey, your channel, this, you received a strike because of hate speech. I clicked on it, and it showed the video, and it was like one of those lives. And then there's a little a hyperlink that's inside of it that has a timestamp that says this is where the hate speech is located. So I click on the timestamp. Family, it's a commercial about the conference. Talking about, hey, the conference is down in Tampa. Come and join us. And that was considered hate speech. And that was the reason why they ended up pulling the video and also assigning a flag, suspending the channel. Of course, I can't do any posts, can't do any uploads, can't do any lives, that sort of thing. Because my thing is, family, that's fine. I mean, this is just a channel, right? So worst case scenario, I just put a community post out there that said, hey, these guys are acting funny. Let's just hop on a different platform. But whenever they freeze it like that, it makes it impossible for you to make a post, a community post. So that's why I had to go through some different platforms in order to get the word out. But yeah, they're acting funny, family. They're acting funny. You can tell that they are upset and afraid based off of what happened in the conference.
Right. It's obviously intentional what they're doing, because they waited till the conference was over. And I think it has a lot to do with the idea of that they saw how many people were there. And it was like, how in the world were they able to get all these people at this conference? You see what I'm saying? And then it's almost like, okay, now I'm really mad. And it's like a petulant child who's so upset. Now I'm going to go ahead and just take candies away. You see what I'm saying? Out of spite.
No, finish your thought, VP. I was going to say, I just wanted to add one thing to your comment there. And that was, so when all this happened, family, family, that, I mean, with us being a legal organization, the first thing that we did, right? I'm just letting you know. The first thing. I mean, we got lawyers, family. Come on now. I mean, if y'all want to play, we can play.
Right.
just to put it out there. But yeah, and I also tell people that I tell this on my platforms, like we're a battleship, not a speedboat. when you're dealing with legal matters, it takes time. It's kind of just like doing and Ron will tell you, like whenever you're doing a documentary, there's a boatload of research. There's a phase where you're doing research. Then you got to organize and you got to do all this other stuff. Then you got to put it together. So it just takes time to get the product out. So likewise with legal matters, it just takes time for us to get the battleship turned in the right direction, the guns pointed in the right direction, and all that good stuff. So just be patient, family. Most High willing, a response will come. Most High willing, we will take this up in the courts or wherever. But just be patient with us.
Now, to you, Ron, it appears that the common denominator appears to be you. And like Benai was saying today, 2 of my videos was taken down as well. And they removed them from my channel, and they both had to do with Ron Dalton. I mean, I've had only 5 videos taken down on my channel, and 100% of the videos included Ronald Dalton, Hebrews to Negroes. I've never had any flags, nothing. And all the videos that Ron Dalton has done, none of them has any hate speech. So I don't know how they determine what they determine. So Ron, what is going on? I mean, and not only that, what do you think that we need to do as Israelites to confront this matter?
Man, it's crazy because one of the friends of mine, she had her channel removed because she did a book review on Hebrews to Negroes, and the book review got over 100,000 views in like a month, and then she woke up one morning and her channel was gone, and she didn't understand why when she's looking at all these other Israelite channels, and they're saying like this person's the devil, they're going to go to hell, they're going to be our servant in the kingdom, and she's looking at all these things. Even to this day, she called me and she says, Ron, like the whole world is seemed to be anti-Semitic, and you got whites, you got Arabs, you got other nationalities speaking out, posting things on social media, saying all these things about Israel and the Jews, and they're still freely posting these things. Their channel's not shut down. They're not getting strikes. She said the same things happen on YouTube right now, but she said, but it's funny because let somebody post something promoting Hebrews to Negroes books or movies, and then you're likely to get a strike, you're likely to get a channel takedown, you're likely to get suspended and banned from Facebook. And people that comment and say good things about the conference or promoting the conference, I've had people that came to the conference, prior to come to the conference, they were promoting it on their platforms, they were commenting, they were saying things, and they were getting flagged, they were getting strike. They were getting banned from TikTok, from doing lives, different things. So it's like the common denominator, the algorithm is stop anything Hebrews to Negroes, anything related to Ronald Dalton, a conference, a movie, a book, anything where maybe he's going to be there, he's going to be showing a movie, dropping some nuggets, some information, talking about Africa. It's like YouTube does not want anybody to see anything that I'm doing. Like they already banned me from YouTube, and they're probably like, well, we thought this guy was gone. We thought we got rid of this guy, but he seems to be appearing on people's channels, or they're actually promoting him. So now we need to go after these channels that have him on there being interviewed, or they're promoting and showing videos that have things that have to do with him being there or involved with it. And we need to take these channels down. We need to give them strikes. We need to kind of scare them so that they do a video and they take the video down, or they decide, Ron, I cannot interview you because I don't want to lose my channel. Because there's actually people that have actually wanted to interview me, and I had to tell them like, well, you can interview me, but it's a chance that you might get a strike, a chance you might get a channel takedown. And so then in the middle of the interview, if we do the interview, they say, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to decide whether or not to to keep the video up, and or do I put it on another platform or channel that has less followers that I don't care about losing my channel, or they just take it down. Period. And this has happened. Go Black to Africa. He did a video with me, interview back a little bit after the Calvary incident, and he told me that they gave him a strike for the video interview we did, and they took the video down. And we did another interview uh, regarding the conference and the South African Jewish Board of Directors and what's going on in South Africa. And he kind of already knew that the Jews were watching me and things that I do. So I think the video was up on his channel for a couple of days, and then he took it down because people want to lose their channels. If you got a lot of followers on your channel, like 100, 200, 300, 400,000, 500,000. Nobody wants to lose a channel because they had some guy on there being interviewed. Because once you lose your channel, in case people don't know, unless you save these videos somewhere, archive them, them videos are gone. Those videos are gone. Like you can't go back into Google and get these videos if Google especially bans you from opening up any YouTube accounts. So I think that the Jew. Well, I think that the adversary knows that not too many Israelite YouTube channels in America or in the world are actually promoting or supporting or marketing or just talking about Hebrews to Negroes. So they're like, okay, well, we don't really have a lot of work to do because we already kicked him off of YouTube. We already are giving Lorvins strikes. We already took down all his videos where he interviews Ron Dalton. And now we're going to hit Benea. And they're probably like, aside from these two guys, who else out there is actually talking about Hebrews to Negroes? Who actually out there was actually promoting the conference, the Great Tribulation Conference in the movie premiere? Who else was doing that? Nobody. So we just got to handle these guys right here that seems to be still having dealings with Ron Dalton on YouTube, even though we banned him from YouTube. So I think that they're trying to clean up and just intimidate anybody that wants to um, promote anything that has to do with me, because they already know that the majority of the Israelite community in America does not promote and support or advertise really anything that I do. So it's really, they don't have a lot of work to do other than target a few individuals, including which would be Lorvins and Benea and maybe one or two others on YouTube. So that's my take on it, because uh, just like in South Africa, where they tried to shut down every venue that I went to, and then we had the dealing with the South African Jewish Board of Deputies, the Embassy of Israel. We won that victory, and you see how even in America they're trying to shut down venues that we have things going on with. And me and Laura actually thought something went down when the power went out uh, at the venue, and then the guy tried to turn the projector on with the remote control, and it wouldn't come on. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on here? Like, why did the power go out? Like, he was like, oh no, no, the power went out in the whole complex, the whole block. With the whole everything that the church had there. He said it just went out, and so he had to go back into I guess where the fuse box was at, and he had to do something to get it to come back on. Because we were all like, I forgot what we were doing, and the power went out, went out and came back on.
Right.
So yeah, so it was, but at the end of the day, we still did everything, and it was a success. And we just have to, we have to let people know prior to these channel takedowns that if you want to continue to interact, for you guys to know what we're doing, what backup channels we have, we're gonna have to either start giving them these backup channels, or we're gonna have to start telling them to subscribe to an email blast list that we direct them to where to go to enter your email, so your email gets entered into a blast list, so that anything happens, we can still communicate with all our followers and subscribers, so that they know that if I disappear from YouTube, then I'm gonna let you know where I'm at now, so you can continue to follow, because we don't want people to be in the dark. Like, oh, Ron's not on YouTube anymore. Where is he at? Where's he at? I had a lady that was at the conference. She says, Ron,
I don't know what happened to you. You just disappeared on YouTube. And I apologize because I didn't know all these things happened. I'm glad that you got your own H2N TV, but she says I didn't know what happened to you. You just like disappear off the face of the map. And I said no, they just banned me, and I had to shift everything to H2N TV and some other social media platforms that they haven't banned me from yet. So we need to start getting these demographics and giving people backup channels that in the advent of something happening that they can go to.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, Benaya, I know you mentioned something about you got a new channel now through Rumble and things of that nature.
Yep.
What would you like to tell the people about that? Because everyone who's subscribed to Benaya YouTube channel, what would you like to tell them in regards to the new Rumble?
Yeah, if you could please just look me up in Rumble. The same channel name, Benaya Israel on Rumble. I mean, I do have a backup channel on YouTube. It's called Hidden Hebrews that I can use. But I'm with all this going down, family, my preference is to totally get off of the YouTube platform. Rumble is a little bit more fair, when it comes to the outside influence of the haters of Israel. I think they've proven that they can kind of manage that a little bit better than YouTube does. So yeah, if you could just look us up on Rumble, and also to Ron's point, family, anyone out there that has had a channel taken down, that has video taken down because they've either posted or did like Ron was saying, like did a live with Ron or something like that, please send that to the African Israelite Justice Foundation. Like just send it via, it's at contacts@israelitejustice.org. That's contacts@israelitejustice.org. And just let us know that, hey, I had a channel or whatever, and give us the details about that, because we can take that and we can add it to our suit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go
and
ahead.
Lorvins, the people have to understand. Lorvins had a song that they took down because of hate speech, and when I looked at the screenshot, it said Ron Dalton, Lorvins, blah blah blah, and I said, what exactly that I had to do that I had to do with the hate speech violation, because they put in there Ron Dalton, and they kind of highlighted my name, just like all the other videos that Lorvin has screenshot and sent me that they have taken down. And he said, "Oh, it's Ron. It's when you in the song where you said Hebrews to Negroes, wake up, Black America, Judah, it's time to go. That is the hate speech time marker. When they gave you a time marker and say hate speech at this time marker, you go to that time marker of the song. What they're saying is hate speech is me saying the words Hebrews to Negroes, wake up, Black America, Judah, it's time to go. How in the world is that hate speech? I mean, they're just getting like crazy with these terms, hate speech, anti-Semitic, because it's not hate speech. So we got to start holding them accountable for the things that they're doing, because it's not hate speech. And we sit here and we let them take down our videos. We let them put us in YouTube jail and Facebook jail, and take down our whole channels. Got us scared to say Jews, got us scared to say this, got us scared to say Hebrews to Negroes, got us scared to interview Ron Dalton, because if you interview Ron Dalton and Ron Dalton starts talking about anything, it's considered hate speech. Trailers, promotional videos. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, how is it hate speech? We gotta start holding them accountable of what the definition of hate speech is, and also this term anti-Semitic. We gotta blow that out the water, because if we don't, they're gonna keep using it against us, so that we're scared to say anything on these platforms like YouTube that most people use, and then we gotta all start shifting to Rumble and BitChute and all sort of stuff. It's really sad that we have to manipulate the titles that we post YouTube videos on. We have to manipulate what we say. We have to watch what we say. We have to tread carefully about getting strikes. 1, 2 strike, 3 strike, your channel's gone. It's really sad that these are all from these allegations of hate speech and anti-Semitism. And like Renee have said, we have lawyers, and who best to sue the ADL or YouTube or Google, but the Israelites that know how to defend against these words that they're using, anti-Semitic, hate speech. We know how to defend ourselves against these things. We did it with the South African Jewish Board of Deputies and all um, their points that they made in their annexure to try to convince the South African Film and Publications Board to reclassify the film because it's anti-Semitic and it has hate speech all throughout. Well, they claimed all these things and allegated all these things about the movie, but we carefully went through all their annexures and we debunked every last one of their claims. And we won. So it proves that in a court of law, we can also win. We can also
Right.
prove that there's no hate speech being done here. There's no anti-Semitic tropes being spread here at this timestamp of the movie or a YouTube video. We just have to take them to court and settle it with the law.
No, I certainly agree with that. I mean, it's just a matter of uh, so us Hebrews, when we see this, let us not look at the person, but look at the treatment of our brothers and our sisters, and mainly our brother here, Ron, and many other people like for Benaiah getting his channel suspended, and many other Hebrews out there that are getting their channel suspended for dumb reason, obviously, um, for because they're using their privilege and power um, really illegally trumping or our free speech, to be honest with you. Now, I understand it's a YouTube platform and it's a company and all this, and perhaps maybe they're free to do what they do. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. And perhaps maybe this will be a call for us Israelites to own our own systems and our own, uh, platforms. I know they got Rumble, BitChute, and all this and that, but Ron has H2N TV. Perhaps maybe that's if Israel is willing and they have the love for the brethren and really to have our own. Perhaps maybe we need to start supporting our own so that we can really leave this platform altogether. You see what I'm saying? And so we need to start thinking in that way. I mean, no one is forced to do anything, but I think it would be nice. You see what I'm saying? For us to be able to start unifying for one cause, because the enemy, they're unified. And that's why they always succeeding.
Well,
Because they're speaking in one voice.
Lorvins, and I'm gonna say this. I don't care what nobody say because I'm already hated in Israel by a lot of people. Um, it makes no sense. It makes literally no sense that the Nation of Islam is suing the ADL and not the Israelites. Like it makes it makes us look very stupid and non-unified. Like we don't got our act together. Like we're just running around here like little children with no direction. That we are the main targets of the term uh, uh, eh, eh, black extremist group, anti-Semitic, hate speech. All these words are mostly directed towards the Hebrew Israelite community, not the Nation of Islam. Farrakhan may be the one that they have an issue with more than anybody else because the Nation of Islam is not on the streets like we are. They're not in all these YouTube. I mean, you got to admit, there's way too many Israelite channels on YouTube than Nation of Islam YouTube channels. There's more black people that are coming into the truth because they're being bombarded with all this Hebrew Israelite stuff on YouTube, more than the Nation of Islam, YouTube videos. So for Farrakhan to be the one to announce that he's going to sue the ADL, when we've been seeing the Kyrie, the Kanye's, the Nick Cannons, all this stuff, and we as Israel, we have some Israelite channels that have 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, 300,000 subscribers. Guess what? If 300,000 Israelites 300,000 Israelites, whether you're an actual camp leader or you're a pastor or a zakin, a rabbi, a bishop, whatever you call yourself, including those that follow people remotely in the airwaves and in the internet waves, including those that are members of these organizations and camps. If we have 300,000 people donate one time $500, that's $150 million. If we had 300,000 Israelites in America, which is not a lot, when you look at all the Israelite channels that people follow, and you look at their followers, how many followers they got, how many views they get every day of the week, and you multiply, say, 300,000 Israelites to donate $500 one time. One time. That's just one time. $500 one time. That's $150 million. Now imagine if we did that twice. We did that, say, every 6 months. So now in a whole year, we have raised $300 million to go towards something that we all want to see happen. We want this term anti-Semitic and hate speech and the ADL and all these things to get off our back and to stop demonizing and buck breaking any celebrities or anybody that tries to come forth and say that we are the Israelites and the real Israelites of this and that. We're tired of seeing the buck breaking of Nick Cannon, the buck breaking of Kyrie Irving, the buck breaking of all these celebrities that have to apologize, Whoopi Goldberg, and nobody takes them to court. Nobody takes them to court, but yet here we have the Nation of Islam taking them to court, and we have the Hebrew Israelites that are supposed to be. We're supposed to be standing 10 toes down. We're supposed to be loving our brother as our neighbor, like it says in Leviticus, and what Christ says. So whether you believe in the Old Testament or New Testament, it still says in both books you're supposed to love your Israelite neighbor as yourself. And if we are truly keeping Torah or Torah keeping Israelites, we love God so much, we love Yah so much, then why can't we unify our money into something like this to where we can say, okay, we are going to sue the ADL and YouTube and Google for these outlandish claims that they're doing. They're getting really crazy with it in regards to saying, oh, it's hate speech, oh, it's anti-Semitic, all this stuff. Like, come on, like I think Black America would root for us that finally somebody's going to stand up to the ADL or to YouTube or to Google, because it's not just YouTube and Google. It's also TikTok. It's also Instagram. It's also a lot of these platforms that we always have to tread lightly when we're talking about certain subjects, because all somebody has to do is report you for hate speech or anti-Semitism, or maybe it's the algorithm, and now you got your channel just shut down. Your channel might be part of the way you market and advertise, part of the way you make money, part of the way you get new members, part of the way you spread your truth, part of the way part of the way you do a lot of things. And so they're basically defaming a lot of people's character, and who they are based on these outlandish claims. And I think it's sad that we don't have the unity in Israel, that we can actually put together our monies for some kind of a legal fund that the African Israelite Justice Foundation can use to pay the legal fees to put up litigation against what's happening with Benea, what's happening with Lorvins, what's happening with other people that I've seen over the years say that they've been banned from Facebook for a whole month. They've been channel takedown, strikes, all that stuff. We got to start coming together at least for one cause that we all agree on, and that we should agree on. We're tired of this anti-Semitic rhetoric, anti-Semitic tropes, and if we want to do something about it and not see the Nation of Islam be the only one to do something about it, we need to put our money together, because we can fund this ourselves. We can do that. We can do it. We really can.
Yeah, it's just finding believers. You see what I'm saying? We all say we believe until it's time to really believe. And when I say believe, do, to act. You see what I'm saying? It's always been a struggle um, doing something or doing what the Most High says. And I know, Ron is speaking, Benai is speaking, you guys, Amari, Ashura, we're speaking, but there's nothing that I've heard here where they've said something that was a sin based on my studies. Um, so we aim to do good, and I've spoken with these brothers from time to time, and being able to prove the spirit as we continue to prove one another as we go forward. No one knows the heart of a man but the Most High, because we know the heart is deceitful. It's just wicked, desperately, and if that's what it wants to do. But we do know one another according to fruit of the Spirit, based on how we comport ourselves, based on the fruit of the Spirit. That's how we judge one another, to see who we are and where we stand, and be able to forge a relationship that can last forever. And when we have the common goal of loving our brother, you see what I'm saying? Like we love ourselves and loving the Most High, we'll be able to see that. And we should be able to act on one accord to be able to get things done. But guess what? We know sometimes that's not going to be the case, because we know when Goliath went to fight against the Philistine, a lot of those guys were scared. But it took old little scrawny David to go say, you know what? I got the Most High with me, though. I'm going to take this rock, I'm going to throw it. And guess what? Victory. So maybe that's the case here. Maybe it's just us little guys that has to go for it with the big heart. You see what I'm saying? With the big heart. And then we're going to call on the Most High to be with us like we always do. And that's why you see everywhere we go is victory. Everywhere we go, the Most High is in the midst, and he shows out. And then you may have someone else, and all they do is look upon us with hate. But at the end of the day, we're going to be obedient to what the Most High has called us to do, us little guys, us those who look like we don't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? Us those who lean on the fruit of the Spirit and charity and love. That's what conquers all. I don't care how well you know the Bible. I don't care how well you quote it. You know, the Pharisees, they were great at that. But he said, don't let your righteousness be far better than the Pharisees. You know what I'm saying? It has to exceed that. So they knew the Bible left and right, back and forth. But yet he said, don't even be like them. And we have a lot of people today, man, they can quote that Bible. I mean, they sound like the prophets. Like I say, sound like the prophets, but their spirit, their heart is so cold. They sing angry. You see what I'm saying? They sing like they don't have any peace unless they're condemning someone. They seem like they don't have any peace unless they're maybe calling another Israelite names. They don't seem to have any peace because they're not able to get along peacefully with their own brothers and sisters, because they can't get out their way. They can't help it. And you know, sometimes the Most High just makes their heart that hard. They cannot help it. So when you see these things, you just keep on going. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to keep on going and carrying on the mandate with the Most High with a big old clown and cheesy smile on our faces. And that's what I do, because I don't have time to be scared. I don't have time to act in fear. I don't have time to hate my brother, and I don't have time to hate my sister. All I have to give is a little bit of charity and much more, and I add to that each and every day, and hope that the Most High will be with us and walk with us, because charity conquers everything, man. It is the love of Yahuwah that's in us that's going to cause us to prevail, and nothing more. And if you have the love, you have the greatest thing, which is charity. All those things that are underneath that, it covers all of it. You know what I'm saying? What is that? It covers the multitude of sin. That's what charity does. That's what love does. And it doesn't matter what you know, what you don't know, you have all the love in the world. That means you know something. You know something that nobody knows. That is angry. You see what I'm saying? So we just got to keep on going, man. And with Ron, you got to keep on going. Benaiah, and I know Benaiah got much love in his heart for the people. And you got to keep on going. And I've spoken to Jamar. Jamar got a lot of love too. Do I put my stock in these brothers 100% all the way? No, I don't put my stock in the brother, but I put my stock in the spirit that the Most High put in them, which they show through the fruit of the Spirit. That's what I put my stock in. So it's not the name Ron Dalton, it's the spirit within him, the one that is fearless. Zamar Yasharal, that spirit that loves the Most High when he worship it. That's what I put my stock in. But Benaiah Israel, when he speak with the love that he has for the people through the knowledge that the Most High is giving him, and that is Ruach bound, that's what I put my stock in. And then I put my stock in J. Lutch, which is the spirit that is in him that gives me the brotherly love that I need in order to sustain me so I can keep doing the work, which is the spirit. That's what I put my stock in, not the J Lutch name. So, but when I speak about my brothers, I'm talking about the spirit in them. Why? Because they've proven themselves through their action in the way that they behave towards me, but not just because towards me, it is because the way they behave towards the Most High first. And the way that I see that they love the Most High first, they've been able to what? Treat me with the same respect, because it goes back to the two greatest commandments that the Most High has put. And so I've seen that. You see what I'm saying? So we not going to operate with the spirit of fear at all. We don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have time to go scout out lands and come back and say, y'all don't come because there's big giants in the land. We don't have time to say that. We here to slay giants. We here to slay demonic forces. We here to slay principalities. But in order to do that, we need your help. The Most High is going to operate through people. Hey, I wish I can just look up the sky and the Most High just open the window and just money just falls down. You see what I'm saying? But the Most High don't operate in that manner. He operates through people. He put it in them. You see what I'm saying? He put that spirit in us, and then we go out and carry the mandate. That's what he does. But guess what? If you don't do it, that's fine as well, because no one is forcing and twisting your hands. We still gonna carry the mandate. That's what we're gonna do. Benaiah, I want you to talk about some of the things based on what's happening, especially with the enemy coming against us, right? What are some of the things that, and you may not want to speak it in specific, and as to not give out everything that we're trying to do, but if you can highlight what it is that we're looking to do, and perhaps maybe even soliciting our beloved brothers and sisters, those we know that the Most High is going to put in their heart to assist. So what are some of the ideas you think that can help? And Ron, you can also help in that after he speaks to that.
Yeah, it's interesting because at the conference, man, we had a lot of people come up and ask for volunteers. You know, say, "Hey, man, I'm willing to volunteer my help. You know, what do you guys need help with?" And and one of the things I kept telling us, like, just wait. We're getting ourselves together. We're putting our operational stuff, backbone and infrastructure together. You know, just give us a little time. But you know, looking forward, family, you know, the thing that we're going to need Mishpachah's help with, you know, in addition to finances, is, you know, based off of the recommendations from our legal team, you know, we would like to build out our legal team. You know, normally, family, whenever you go to court, you see these big court cases. Normally, it's not just a lawyer or a couple of lawyers; it's a team of lawyers that's handling that, and that's the posture that we're trying to get to. You know, where we have a robust legal team that's fully dedicated to getting the job done. So yeah, so that's what we're moving towards, family. The other part that we need in order to, you know, that I want to say in order to pull this off is we want to be able to show a pattern of injustice. So based off, and Brother Ron, I heard you just rattled off like three or four or five things that other people, other Mishpachah in the community that they've experienced. Family, we need all that. You know, we need every single instance of injustice. Please forward that over, because if we're able to show that there is a pattern of injustice, that goes a long way with us or towards us winning the case. So and don't feel as though that anything's too small. And I will say, make sure it's specifically for Israel. Like in this case, it'd be nice if it was an injustice that had to deal specifically with something with Brother Ron, like whether it was a podcast you guys did or a book review or something like that. If it was something like that, definitely send that over. You know, because I'm just trying to get in front of this family, because sometimes people tend to send over things like, "Hey, I got shorted on my paycheck," you know, or "Hey, I'm having problems with something, other than it being related to Israel." So just make sure that it's specifically dealing with Israel, and send it over, family. We'll take that, we'll compile it, and I'm telling you, family, we're going to use that, and that'll help us put a case together to it's like I said to Brother Ron's point, to do what the Nation of Islam is doing, but do it better and do it bigger. Most High
And
willing.
what's the email that they need to send the information to?
Yep, it's contact@israelitejustice.org. Contact@israelitejustice.org. Just send it over, family. Like I said, we'll catalog it. If we have any questions, we'll reach out to you. Well, either via email. We also have a phone number because I don't have it in front of me right now. But we also have a phone number as well. You can actually, I'll put it up on the website here soon. But for now, just use the email address.
All right, perfect. I appreciate that. And Jay Lutch, I put it in the private chat so you can see it, and perhaps if you can post it so people are able to send any instances. And I think I saw a young lady saying that she posted the commercial or the conference and they deleted or removed it. So if you do have evidence of that, please let us know so we can have those instances, because that's going to help us. Ron, what about you in regards to what Benai just said? Some of the things that we should do, whether it be suing them or whatnot, and how the people can really help in this situation.
Well, I think we need to get. I wouldn't say we don't have to use Kickstarter or Indiegogo or GoFundMe. We could find a way to where people can donate, and we don't have to worry about Kickstarter shutting down the campaign for some reason, like they did Tariq Nasheed, or how GoFundMe deactivated all my accounts after the Kyrie incident, and they said it was a security threat, and I'm like, what security threat? How am I a security threat? But that's the excuse that they gave to why they had to deactivate all my GoFundMe channels. Now the question is, we can put this type of a website with like a goal, like a thing that says our goal is this, and every time people donate, they'll see the little bar keep going up and up and up and up and up. The question that I have for people that's listening right now is, do they think that the Israelite leaders and those that have Israelite YouTube channels, all the Israelite YouTube channels on YouTube worldwide, not just America, because they're in Europe and Jamaica, would they be able to and wanting to tell all their subscribers that we all need to support the African Israelite Justice Foundation for this type of a lawsuit, and we all need to donate money as much as we can afford. Even if we were to donate, like, see, even if you can't donate $500, right? What if you can only donate $100 a month? So instead of 150,000, you would divide that by 5. So that's not 150 million. So now you got, instead of 150 million, you got 50 million. So if you had 300,000 people that put aside $50 a paycheck, bi-weekly paycheck, so that's $100 a month. 300,000 followers, Israelites, that support and follow these other Israelite YouTube channels. If they only put aside $100 a month, that's still $50 million. And I'm sure we have the capacity to do that. But the question is, will the leaders of Israel, will the Israelite YouTube channels that talk all this Israelite stuff, they mention that we're the Israelites, they mention this and that, and they have 50,000, 80,000, 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, a half a million followers, will they tell their followers? Will they? And I can name off some right now, but I ain't gonna do it. Will they be willing, or do you think they will be willing to tell their followers in a video, not just one video, but every now and then, just kind of hammer it in, hammer it in, hammer it in. So repetition works. Repetition works. So if you had to post it, talk about it every single post or every other post, as long as your followers keep seeing that, hey, family, we're all Israelites. We know these things. We know what's going on with the demonizing of us, using this term hate speech and anti-Semitic. Can we all come together as Israelites and put our monies towards the legal defense team that we need to sue the ADL, to sue YouTube, Google, whoever needs to be sued. Can we do that? It's so easy. But when you ask people, hey, you think we can do that? They're gonna be like, nah, man, Israel, we just individualize. We if you're not a part of this organization or camp, then you're not gonna be invited to the Passover or the feast days. You gotta be a member. If you're not a member, they don't affiliate and associate with nobody else. They don't promote nobody else. They don't care about nobody else. And how can we have words like united and nation building and this and that in our YouTube channels? How can we say all this stuff and read scripture and Torah on Shabbat lessons? How can we say all this stuff if we're not actually following the walk? We're not actually practicing what we preach. And this is something that's needed. And one of the things I'm gonna say is that nobody can say, okay, if we donate the money to the African Israelite Justice Foundation, I'm making B'nai Israel rich. I'm making Ron Dalton rich. They're gonna go out and buy a new house. They're gonna go out and buy a Range Rover. They're gonna go out and buy some property in Africa. They're not gonna use it towards the legal defense team. I think by now people have seen the fruits, and the footwork of me and B'nai Israel over the years. They've seen us in conferences, the Bible in Black in Florida, the Great Tribulation Conference, the Great Awakening Mega Conference. They see us on YouTube. They see when we say we're going to do things, we're going to do it, we're going to complete it. And if we say we're going to be here for this conference, we're going to be here, and we're going to teach exactly what we know how to teach. So if you look at these, me and B'nai and others that are stand-up guys, and we mean when we say we're men of our word, then we gotta start trusting each other, and we gotta start getting out of this notion that I can only support those that my camp leader or my rabbi, my zaken, my pastor tells me that I can support. Your pastor is not your God. He's not your master. He doesn't control you. If he doesn't want to advise that you support this, and you watching this video right now, then you can support on your own. You have your own brain. You don't have to listen to your camp leader or your pastor, your elder, your zaken, your rabbi. You can do the right thing and help us with the funding we need for the legal team to sue these people, to sue the people that need to be sued. But at the end of the day, we have to start having humility. We have to start acting as a nation, because I'm sure if Farrakhan needed the money from the Nation of Islam to fund this legal process that he's doing with the ADL, all he has to do is have like he does all the time, stand in front of the Nation of Islam in a big auditorium or big building and tell everybody, hey, I need you guys to donate $100. And they'll do it because they listen to their leader. They listen to their leader, Farrakhan, and what he tells them to do. If he says every month we're gonna put aside $100 so we can fight the ADL, they're gonna do it. But why can't we do it? Granted, we don't have one leader over the Israelites in America, but we have multiple leaders. But the multiple leaders all should know that this is necessary, it's needed, and it's not about trying to make somebody else pop up or make them rich or put them on the spotlight, blah, blah, blah. Because at the end of the day, who else has started an Israelite Justice Foundation in all these years to even come against these things that are happening to us? It's you guys, it's us, it's Benea, it's Lorvins, it's the Ron Dalton, it's everybody. It's a part of the foundation.
Yeah, you know what? It just seems like people who care about the people. You know what I'm saying? It's not even putting ourselves low and then putting the people first. But we putting the people first because we know it's the Most Yah's people, and He works with the people. He works through us. And the way the glory is seen is through the people. Like, even the scripture talks about prophetically that when they see the people, they know those are the Most High's people because of the glorious things that happen with the people. This is stuff that's written in scripture. When they see and say, oh, wow, these people carrying the Torah, what a wise people. But how do they know they're the wise people? Because they're carrying on the instruction of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? That's how He gets the glory. Okay, they're like, wow, these people are wise. And somehow we don't get it. It's this crab in the bucket mentality. Oh my God. We do it without knowing. Sometimes we do it without knowing. We don't realize what we're doing. And I get it. Look, it looks like we bark on love all the time, and we always talking about how lacking we are about loving one another, because it is true. However, what I'm encouraged by was this weekend. I see now there's light in the tunnel, because at the end of the tunnel, because the Most High is still doing what He's doing. We know we win at the end. We know that. But we still have to get the message out, though, because how would you know if someone is not sent to tell you? So we still got to we have to be obedient in telling you, like, over and over, love one another, love one another. Why do people have to keep telling you to love one another, love one another? And we must learn what that looks like, though. You have to learn what it looks like. And loving one another, sometimes you have to go against yourself in order to love one another. You see what I'm saying? Which means you have to decrease. We love the people of the Most High, and it is what it is. And I know sometimes it's hard to fathom that a human being can love that much. But don't forget, Mashiach was a human being in the flesh, although with the spirit of the Most High, but he had a physical body. He was also tempted. So, but he was perfect, though, because he was able to rule over his flesh, which we're also trying to do. We're also called to do that. Abraham was considered perfect in his days. So was Noah. But perfect just means being mature in the word, being mature to be able to handle certain things. So, man, we just got to do better as a nation. And I believe we can make it. And I have a lot of faith, because we win at the end. So I already know it's going to work. We win at the end. It said the two sticks would come together. We win at the end. But we're appealing to those people who have been chosen from the foundation of the earth. That's who we're talking to. I'm talking to those people. But we know there's always going to be the naysayers. But the ones that were chosen from the foundation of the earth, this message is for you. Because you were sent. You are called. And you are chosen to do this. And so let's do that, man. And I believe it's going to happen. Somebody got to break the ceiling. Somebody got to sacrifice. Somebody got to bring the message of one mind. Someone got to bring the message of unity. If it's going to be me, it's just going to be me then. The charity conquers all. It's about love, y'all. No one can come against charity. Nobody. And if I exude love through my brain, through my head and my nostrils and my ears, right to the fiber of my pores, if the love seep out in that way, then let it be so. You can never, ever come against me, because love conquers all. It even covers a multitude of sin. You will never win against me if I come in charity, because charity is the greatest of all. And I give kudos to the Most High Yah, because He is love. The scripture said He is love, and I want to be the same way. No one can come against that. So let's exude that same behavior, that same characteristic. We made in His image, and let's stop being scared of these people, y'all. Let's stop fearing. Let's stop let's sacrifice, give ourselves as a reasonable service. That's the least we can do. That's the least we can do. We call ourselves Israelites. We call ourselves the people of the Most High, but we put our tail behind us.
We're scared. We're scaredy
We're
cats.
scared. Just what they used to say. Just say you scared.
Yeah, just say
Say
you're
you
scared.
scared. Just say you scared. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? I understand we must operate in wisdom, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, but in boldness, though. You see what I'm saying? And even with the idea uh, of how we donate, even that we have to operate in wisdom. No, I don't think any crowdfunding will work. That is why we came up with the Justice Foundation. It has a board of different people so we can hold each other accountable. Not just one person has access to the account. You need at least 5 people, 5 signatures. And that is why we came up with it in that way, to hold each other accountable. I cannot go in the account by myself. Someone else can't just do that and just take out things. You can't just sign. That's not how it goes. That's why the accountability is there. And then if anybody or the nation needed transparency as to how things are being spent, oh, we can do that. That's not an issue. That's what makes the difference with this organization, because we put the Most High first, and Torah is the precedent. That's the foundation in how this particular organization operate. We're not doing anything without a government, y'all. We're not. There's got to be some order and decency that's placed in how we operate to get things done in Israel. It is what it is. But yeah, let's try to wrap it up.
And Lorvins, if you had to choose right now, any two people, and I'm just gonna say this, if you had to choose any two people to debate and debunk our adversaries in a court of law or in an academic debate, most people will be like, get Ron and Benea. Get Ron and Benea. Like they could cover Spain and Portugal, they can cover the Sephardic Jews, they can cover Ashkenaz, they can cover Africa, they can cover the Middle East, they can cover everything. DNA, all types of and we come with scholarship. We're coming with scholarship. We're using critical thinking aloud. We're coming with stuff. We're not coming with Deuteronomy 28. We're not coming with scriptures that King Solomon is black and lovely and da da da. No, we come with more than just that. We come with more than just that. Because they could use that stuff against us all day long. So who better than to challenge our adversaries legally than the African Israelite Justice Foundation and the brothers and sisters that are part of this board. We put it together. So we have to look at these things. We can't have people say, okay, we're going to put it together so we don't have to do and donate to these guys. No, we've already done the work. So we need support.
Well, the scriptures say you what? You know them by what? They fruits. So if you are somebody who say you are a scholar and you write a lot of books, but it has not been proven whether your books even can handle the scrutiny of the world. You know what I'm saying? I can write a book and I can say it's scholar and I can release, because anybody can write a book and release it. Anybody can. Now, once that book is released, can it stand the scrutiny? You know what I'm saying? And then does it qualify when you put it to the test? Will it burn immediately, or will it actually do something? Or somebody can put out a movie. Anybody can, if they diligent enough, can put out a movie. The movie is out. Now, what is the movie going to do then? Is the movie going to cause a fury? Will the Most High look upon it and be like, well, I can use that movie and make it do what it do? Has it been proven? You see what I'm saying? It's me. I could put out a song. But what is that song going to do? Is it going to cause a certain change in the atmosphere, or is it going to cause people to repentance or change? Has the song proven itself? Making the song is not good enough. Can we see the fruits of the song? You see what I'm saying? Is it going to make a difference? You can study medicine all you want, but have you proven yourself in the hospital? Have you saved anybody? You see what I'm saying? When you a preacher and you teaching the word and you're telling truth, have you gone out and spread the word and the word has actually caused a change? Has it even stirred anything? That's what we're talking about. The fruit of actually the gift that you're given, has it caused or made a difference? And when that difference is made, who gets the glory? There you go. So now you can see the fruit. Yeah, you did something. Now after that fruit and you do the healing, who gets the glory after that? So now when that person is healed, do you say I did it? When that movie become famous and it did what it do you say the Most High gets the glory? This is where we're at, y'all. This is going to be a distinction as to whether you're the person who fights for the Most High or whether you fight for self or Hasatan. You see what I'm saying? Because you're trying to satisfy your flesh. At the end of the day, we trying to please the Most High. This is what this is about. So even after all the gifts and what the gift does, and once the gift does what it does, who gets the glory? The Most High does, man. And this is what this is about. So that's why when we consulted with Ron in regards to his legal issues with Africa, the Most High put him as a thorough person to be able to write back the rebuttal. And when he wrote it, that's fine. But then what? We sent it forward, and the Most High prevailed. But guess who got the glory after that? It wasn't Ron. It was the Most High that got the glory. He did that. So that's what the Most High is looking for. When the results come in, who are you going to say did it? Who are you going to say did it?
The bottom line is people have to understand that there are people that they're just gonna keep doing YouTube videos to kingdom come. They're not gonna be easily accessible to you. You don't expect to see them at a conference in California, Atlanta, Florida, North Carolina, Detroit, Chicago. Don't expect them to come out from behind YouTube to do these things and interact with the people. Don't expect some Israelites to say, I'm willing to lose my channel. If you ask all the Israelites, are you willing to lose your channel and just be gone? Poof, channel's gone. They're gonna say, no, man, I need my channel. Are you willing to lose your job? Are you willing to quit your job? Are you willing to be on the front news of the headlines and they know who you are? They may know where you live at, they may know where you're at, they may know certain things. But at the end of the day, we have to be fearless. They I already quit my job. They can't fire me. I already lost my YouTube channel, so they can't take that away because it's already gone. They already deactivated GoFundMe. They've already took me off Clubhouse. They already banned me from Facebook. They've already, done a lot of things that Lorvins knows that they've been doing and still doing to this day. But it hasn't stopped me from continuously doing what I got to do. So we have to understand that the Most High is putting the people in place that can do these things, that are fearless to step up and say, hey, we're going to start the African Israelite Justice Foundation. Hey, we're going to make movies for Israel that proves who we are, who they are. We're not going to worry about it hasn't been done yet, and are they going to distribute it? Are they going to fire us? Are they going to take it down from Amazon or take it down from Barcelona, Target, Walmart? Are they going to do this, do that? If I worry about all these things, I wouldn't have done Hebrews Niggles in the first place.
Right,
But
right.
Hebrews Niggles has impacted a lot of people because I didn't have the fear like people say. Well, they're gonna kill you. You're gonna lose your job. I'm worried about your family. I'm worried about this and that. You doing a book like that? You talking about this? You talking about that? So many people. If I listened to what they had to say, I would have never did Hebrews Negroes because I've been too scared. Oh, the Jews gonna come get you. They gonna find out where you work at the hospital. They gonna fire you. They gonna find a way to do this and do that. Well, I've already been scrutinized. I've already had things taken away from me and shadow ban here, shadow ban there, left and right. But somehow, some way, the Most High is making a way. We're still finding a way to get the truth to our people and spread the message to people in America, the Caribbean, United Kingdom, Europe, Africa, and now we have the Justice Foundation, the African Israel Justice Foundation, and we put it together. I mean, it's needed, but nobody else is doing it, so nobody else is going to do it, and we did it. Then hey, you can't knock us for saying, well, can we get some support? Just like you can't knock somebody for making a movie when, for the longest, I was like, well, how come we got no Israelite movies? Is nobody gonna make an Israelite movie for us to see, like to see where we come from, who they are, who we are, how's the connection to Africa, blah blah blah. So the Most High is gonna make His will be done, just like what they say in scriptures. If these people don't cry out, the rocks will cry out. The Most High is gonna do all His will, all His pleasure, and it just what happens in this day and time. What do you guys see happening? What do we see with the conference? What do we see with the South African Jewish Board of Deputies? What are we seeing now with Kyrie Irving and the ADL? And now we're seeing the Nation of Islam doing their thing. And here we have the African Israelite Justice Foundation that is stepping up. And we are ready to take things the next step further. But we need the support of all of Israel behind us. We can't do this by ourselves. And it's so easy, like I said, the numbers. 300,000 people donate $100. That's $30 million, and we got more than 300,000 people that are subscribed, that are following these Israelite videos every day of the week. We got more than that. So that should be very easy to accomplish.
Yeah, and it's crazy because and I've heard, hey, you're connected to Ron. You got to be careful. Look, man, like I'm like, I laugh. The reason why I laugh is because who is your God? Who do you serve? You see what I'm saying? Who do you serve? So what? And the thing about it is, what we have to understand that when the Most High has done something and we see what has transpired, you got to be able to discern that he has something to do with it. When everything hit the fan with that video, everybody was proud. There was not one soul that I know. They were like, yeah, that's what's up. Everybody waking up. But then you say the person's name who did the video, then the sour taste comes to the mouth. Everybody excited. Everybody amazed because the Most High has done a great thing. But hey, just as stiff-necked as we are with the short memory, we want to kill the messenger. Just like when Moses took us out of Egypt, the Most High used him. We were happy that we escaped the hands of Pharaoh. But as soon as we got in the wilderness, we wanted to kill Moses. We loved him, but then as soon as we get tried, now we want to kill the messenger. It's the same thing. Nothing has changed today. Nothing. But our job is to learn from the ways of our fathers and not to repeat these things. But yet we don't recognize it because the love in our heart is so cold. It's a stone that's there. It's a stone. And the Most High is trying to give us a heart of flesh. He's trying to mush it so we can start feeling what love is towards one another. And the moment that hatred enters, you'll be able to recognize it through your actions. Something simple as being joyous because Hebrews to Negroes went worldwide. But then they mentioned the messenger's name, then the heart of stone returns. That's what we need to change. We need to change that. And this is not about Ron Dalton, but the Most High has used him, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, then heap of hot coals will be on your head because the Most High is going to continue to use the brother. The Most High is going to continue to use Benaiah Israel, Zamariah, and J. Lutch. And he's going to continue to use me as he is doing today. Tomorrow is not promised. We don't know. But we pray for mercy and grace that tomorrow he allows us to continue this work and still continue to use the vessels. So who joins us? Who's on the side of the Most High and who's on the side of Hasatan? It's just that simple. Who is it that we serve? Do we believe? You see what I'm saying? And that's okay. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to join this, but do something. Even if you have your own organization or your own assembly or whatever, do something that gears towards the betterment of our people to glorify the Most High, and we'll support you in that. You see what I'm saying? It's not just about us. It's about the whole community, and it's about the whole nation. Benaiah, I mean, you got any last words in regards to anything?
No, well, just stay tuned, family. I mean, this is only the beginning, and it's funny because you were talking about not being afraid, man. If anything, man, I have a righteous anger, man. I'm mad. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm
right.
angry. I'm mad. Like they had these jokers had the nerve to come in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's like I was looking at 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 26, and that's when King David, well, he wasn't king at the time, of course, but you had that Philistine, and he had that famous phrase where he says, "For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" Woo! You know what I'm saying? Like he was mad, he was angry. He came from wherever he came from, and he saw like the fear in everybody's eyes, and he was like, "What's up, fam? Why y'all looking all twisted?"
Right.
So I mean that's how I am, fam. I have to kind of temper, my zeal in this, and just like you all, man, just kind of remind myself that it's going to take time. It's kind of like you want to hit back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hits you want to hit them back, right? But it's like, no, we not doing that. We're going to go and strategize. We're going to meet with the legal team. We're going to come up with a plan. We're going to make sure we got our resources all lined up. We're going to make sure that the argument is ironclad. Everybody's in agreement. Then when everybody's ready, then we're going to go and execute. That's the way we're going to do it, fam. And we're going to rely on the Zakim. That's one of the things that in these conferences that I'm learning, man. It's like, and also just looking at over the scriptures, like how important the Zakim are, because they've been there, done that. Some of the Zakim been there and done that for like 40, 30 something years. So we're gonna utilize that knowledge, that wisdom. As always, we're gonna rely on the Most High. And family, just be patient. That's all I gotta say. Just be patient.
But I have the sense that the Most High, man, and I'm not saying you was comfortable. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying you was comfortable, but there may be a sense of comfort. And it seems like the Most High said he's going to put a light under you. You see what I'm saying? Like he just put a fire under you. And the one way to do that is to get your attention in a certain way. And it may not be the way that you intended. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But notice what you said. You say you have a righteous anger. So by default, you did not have a righteous anger prior to that. You see what I'm saying? So now for you to have a righteous anger, now that means you've been lit. So there's a level of comfort the Most High wanted to get you out of. That's what transpired. So now you got a righteous anger, just like Moses did. And it's time to go. And he's calling you. And so you need to go, bro. You need to be that flame that he's called you to be, because you're a big guy. But not just a big guy, but a big guy with a big brain, with big wisdom. And I believe you're encapsulated with a lot of love that you don't even know you have, bro. I'm being honest. And because I've dealt with you for a long time, and you possess the same quality that I do in regards to loving one another, bro. Like you really do. And I think yours may even be bigger. That suits the size of you, bro. And when people get to see what's about to come out of you, bro, make room. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Watch out. But I only say that because of your words that you spoke. Righteous anger. What about you, Ron? What's going on, man? What's the last word?
Well, I was upset too when I lost my channel, but I just said, everything happens for a reason, and I said one day they gonna get there. I said if I had the money to sue them, I said I would go full force in on them. And I'm ready. Give me the documents I put together for the South African Jewish Board of Deputies was a lot. It was extensive. They were like, man, we're still going through your documents. We'll let you know the answer later, because it was so much, because I had to rebut against the Jews.
Hello? All right, something may have happened there.
It looked like he muted. I don't know exactly what he happened. He might be. I don't know if you recognize you muted, Ron. You're probably taking care of the children.
Okay. Well, Zamar, last words.
Man, Lamentations 5:14 says that when the elders cease to be at the gate, the young men's music stop, and there's no more dancing. And that conference was set. This tone was set by the elders being in their rightful place at the gate, like at the front. That's where they stood at the front of the gate. Look, we're gonna lead this thing with the elders. And so the Most High looked down upon it and see order. Okay, this looked like what I intended for it to be. This looked like how I said it for it to be. Elders at the gate, and worship come behind it, and the word comes forth, and everybody's in love, no complaining. This looked like Torah. Man,
wow,
we have to keep that same model, man.
Did you see the reaction? It's almost like it was like almost like Israel saw that for the very first time when the elders opened up, bro. Hey, Jayla, speak to that, because I know that's like your thing.
I'm always excuse me.
Like you're
the
frozen out.
elders, and I'm good.
Yeah, go ahead. Now you're
Okay,
frozen, but your voice I can hear it.
gotcha. So I'm always excited when the elders go before us because it shows that we are being led. It shows that we give respect to the people that came before us, the experience and the wisdom. Um, a lot of times we do things now without the elders being before us, and that's something we have to change. That's us instituting order. We need to institute order. We need the elders and the imams. They've been through more than half their lives already, and so they have much to teach us. It's a time for us to sit back and listen. When they pray, they have so much more power than us. When they're able to pray, they're able to pray and reach the Most High, maybe even quicker than us. And so, talking with elders and letting our elders go before us is very huge, and that's something that all of us as Israelites should be adopting. The elders and the imams are very, very important. Women, like as the scripture says, the older women should be teaching the younger women. You know, all of this is just the institution of order and how we should be coming about. Um, I was very excited when the elders got up and they prayed. Lord asked the elders to come up before us and pray. And I'm very, very excited for that because we need that. We're in a state in this society right now where young people, man, they'll just walk by an elder and won't say nothing. They won't open the door. They won't look after them. They won't help them as we should. A lot of people put their parents in old folks' homes. Man, that is a tragedy. That is a tragedy for us as a people to be doing. These people raised us from children and gave us life. The best thing that we can do as the younger people that came after them is to take them in and take care of them because they've given us life. They've given us one of the greatest gifts that someone can ever give us, and we're sleeping on those kind of things. We got to get back to taking care of our own. Yes, I don't care if you have to struggle. Man, I'd rather struggle with my people than struggle without them. I much rather we struggle with our people than we struggle without them. We need our elders. Let's let them be before us because they blazed the path for us to be here today. That's all I have to say.
And Zamar, I wasn't sure if you was done with your thought process as far as what you said, but looked like you might have. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was good, man. I'm good. I'm good. It was just
Okay.
it was interesting, man. That it started off that Zakim blew the shofar. Zakim led us in prayer before the Most High and set us before the throne of the Most High, man. It was just everything was in order, man. I appreciate that experience, and all glory and esteem be unto the Most High who keeps covenant with Yasharel.
All right. I praise you. And Ron, you said your last word, right? I can't remember.
Yeah, I did. My phone's about to die. Sorry.
Okay. All right then. Well, all praise to the Most High, and I don't really have a last word, man. I just want everyone to really soak in this conversation that we've had. The conference was a success, resoundingly. The Most High showed up and allowed the people to come in. Those that were supposed to be there was there, and it really did what it did. And many people were edified and they took with them, according to their own testimony and mouths, that something new happened, something they've never seen. And so I praise the Most High for that. And all of you that are listening, man, thank you for coming on and listening and really fellowshipping with us. We was going to try to get a couple people to come on who's experienced the thing, but I don't know. We don't have much time left, so I do apologize. But man, I pray that the Most High bless all of you that are on here and those that will listen in the future. That He put His hands in your house. And that He leads you in the way that you should go, which is towards His commandments and to the faith of Mashiach. So, Jay Lutch, do your thing, man. Mute it.
I pulled the Lorvins. We always close it out with the greatest 2 commandments. Love the Most High with all thy heart, soul, and mind. And love thy neighbor as thyself.
Amen.
Hallelujah. We can close it out with this song here. And we'll keep it moving. Let's see. Here we go.
All praise to the top. Whipping like I run it from the cops. I ain't gotta worry about no ops. Young David, I stay with the rock. I'm blessed. All praise to the top. Whipping like I'm running from the cops. I ain't gotta worry about no ops. Young David, I stay with the rock. I'm blessed.
To the host with the most, no cap. Got a lot of love to show, and it with a double tap. On hearts, no space, love him all of my days. His thoughts are higher, gaining all of his ways. Figured out the mud through the pain and the grief, like a vegan lifestyle, no beef in the streets. That's a blessing now these days. Show the Most High's love will go a long way. I'm a servant, he the light. Do this R&B thing, I'm the plug, he the light. Got all my spectacles, cause my blessings out of sight. Make it weary, don't mount up and take flight. The Ruach move me, yeah. Oh, the Ruach soothe me, yeah. Stay wavy and groovy. He make my life just like a movie.
All praise to the top. Whipping like I run it from the cops. I ain't gotta worry about no ops. Young David, I stay with the rock. I'm blessed. All praise to the top. Whipping like I'm running from the cops. I ain't gotta worry about no ops. Young David, I stay with the rock.
Thankfully, y'all was with me when my tank was on E. Ups and downs, they keep me balanced, helps me stay on my feet. All that I have is all I need. Until I have more, what's mine is for me. I'm happy to say that I'm never in need. I limit my wants because they make me compete. They say, you good? I say, yes. How have you been? I say, blessed. They say, I come upon some hard times. Then you got me say left. I'm just cut from a different cloth. You can't stitch me to any garment. I look on high for direction while people trusting in garment. I earn my stripes and I wore them like old Adidas. So when my soul is fragile and worn like older sneakers, I pour my thoughts on wax and you blaring them over speakers. Of course, I will be fine. I got faith like them old believers. Believe me, I'm not conceited. I know the Creator sees me. With him backing me, these problems like breakfast ain't over easy.
Making sure I give all praises to the top. Bold as a lion, young David with a rock.